The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
Welcome to another segment of the UCW Radio Show. This is your host, Lou, a.k.a. Falcon Co-Paris. And welcome to the show today. I want to thank our listeners, as I do every segment. I thank you for listening, because without you, we wouldn't have any listeners, and the show would be quite boring, actually. So I want to thank you for your support just by listening to the show. In just a little bit, we're going to have a very special guest. I'm so happy she's going to be on the show. She's a great actress and a fantastic comedian. Her story, I have no doubt, is going to inspire people to reach for their dreams. Some of the more recent projects that she is working on include Reality Hell, which can be seen on the E! Network Sundays at 10:30 p.m. And also, this is a big thing. It's the Middle Eastern Comedy Festival, and that's taking place in L.A. And it's only for 2 days. So if you're in L.A., I am telling you, if you're going to be in L.A. today and tomorrow, you want to get to this comedy festival. If you really want to be there, if you want to enjoy something awesome, then go check it out. Check out the great comedians being showcased at the festival. I believe tonight and tomorrow night it will be held at the Acme Comedy Theater. The website is Mideast Comedy Fest. That's MideastComedyFest.com. So I have to tell you .com. You may go to .net, .org. We don't want that. You want to go to .com. And again, you're not going to be disappointed. I promise you this. And fellas, hey, what better way, what better way to put your date in a good mood than with a night of comedy? All right, check it out. It's the first of its kind, and it's pretty interesting. So definitely check it out. Before we bring in our guest, because I don't want to mention her name yet, I need to say a couple of things. I have to give some information to our listeners, but before we do that, look, we opened the door for sponsorship opportunities. We did this, about a week and a half ago, and we're getting a lot of good feedback, so we do appreciate it. But the door is still open. We're looking to do some great things with the UCW Radio Show. And we're expanding it, and we're looking to do some fantabulous things. So the sponsorship is a key part of that. So we're looking for additional sponsors for this. So for further information, you can go to our website at www.ucwmagazine.com, or you can give us a jingle at 323-952-4369. That's 323-952-4369, and that way you can find out how you can tie into the show. We're having some fantastic guests on the show, and we're just continuing to grow. And again, it's all thanks to our listeners. They keep tuning in. We keep bringing in fantastic guests and telling their story, and we just keep going on and on and on and on. Listeners, we want you to get involved with the show, so call us. Give us, give you your comments, ask questions, whatever you want to do. Reach out to us. If you want to tweet, and you can actually shoot me out some questions or comments for our guests. You can go to our site, ucwmagazine.com, and see who we have on the show. We have some really great people on the show, and I know you're going to want to ask some questions. And don't be shy. Be a part of it. Join the evolution. Because this is, again, we're still evolving, and it's going to be very interesting as the weeks and months go by. So you can tweet me, whatever you want to tweet me. My Twitter name is Louis, Louis, Velazquez. Follow me and tweet away. Now, without further ado, and I don't want to waste any more time because I'm really excited to have her on the show, let's patch in one of the coolest chicks on the planet, straight from reality hell to the top of the entertainment industry. Here is the one and only Ursula Taherian. Ursula, it's great to have you on the UCW radio show. Look, you here because I know. Actually, I don't know. See, I'm lying. I don't know where this show is going to go, but it's going to end up somewhere. So for our listeners, this is going to be something interesting. But I appreciate you being on. Huh?
No, it's my pleasure. I'm honored to be here, and I told you, man, I'm a spicy one and a little scatterbrained, so I don't even know where this interview is going to go.
Yeah, between me and you, my dimension, you're scatterbrained. I don't know, but just to give our listeners just a quick overview, which is not, I mean, look, if they don't know who you are, then I don't know what to tell them. But look, you're an actress, you're a comedian, and you're just funny as all hell. I can go through your resume, but I don't feel like choking right now because I mean, I have to hold my breath. I don't know. I got to go through this whole thing. I saw the sheet. It's huge. And lines and lines and lines.
I think I'm going to call you every day and just say, go on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, sometimes you need that stuff. Sometimes you need it. But look, you've done everything. I'll give a couple. You've done everything from you did some stuff from Heroes, Reality Hell is something you're doing now. You do theater, you do film. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on here. No, matter of fact, I'm not going into this, but hell no. You know what? Well, we're gonna start at the beginning. I want our listeners to really experience what you went through to this point, because it's not an easy road getting to where you are right now, and you're still progressing from here. So maybe you can tell us how you started in the entertainment industry.
Sure. Well, I'm not one of those, people that, ever since I was 3 years old, I knew I wanted to be an actress. I'm a Gemini. I wanted to be a million things.
Oh my God.
Still want to be.
You two-faced guy.
Scary. Not twins, multiple personalities. No, I really do.
Yeah, you're scaring me now.
Crazy. I am mildly crazy, but I'm all good with it.
Well, that's cool.
Oh yeah, like 4 therapists and hundreds of thousands of dollars later, I'm good with all of my personalities.
Well, guess what? After this interview, I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, so call me after and I'll give you another one. No, okay. So here we go. I don't want to scare people. I'm really not that crazy. I'm sane. Okay. So I actually was a finance accounting major, minored in Espanol.
Ah.
And right out of college, I did internal consulting for a financial institution. And so that was kind of my path,
Oh.
And I loved it. I loved corporate America, don't get me wrong. I love business. I learned the insides and outs of, running a business and consulting and things like that. So I loved it. I just started to feel a little creatively stifled in that job. So, while I was doing consulting, working like 70 hours a week, I would use my vacation time to, do film or theater in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Virginia area, because there's a pretty tight-knit acting community out there.
But before you go into that, I want to throw something in here because I have your information in front of me.
Okay. Are you going to call me out on something?
No. Actually, no. It's a good thing. This is why this is why you and I get along, because we understand finance and we understand entertainment. So yeah, we can talk all day and all night, and yeah, I'm sure we can get into all that stuff. But you graduated summa cum laude, right? With a major.
I did. I'm a nerd.
Check you out.
Yeah. I'm totally a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what is this thing? There's beta, gamma, sigma, phi. What's up with that?
Well, since you asked, Lou, I'm currently enjoying membership in Beta Gamma Sigma, which is the International Honor Society in Business and Management, Sigma Delta Pi, which is the National Collegiate Spanish Language Honor Society, and the Financial Management Association Honor Society.
See, the entertainment world should be afraid, because you're not only talented, you're pretty damn smart, too.
Thanks. I got to remind myself that every month as I'm writing out my check for my student loans for my finance degree, which I'm not using ever again.
Well,
so, yeah.
Well, I think Sally Mae, they did something with that recently. They kind of gave extended time I don't know, something happened with that.
I need to call him up.
Yeah, you should call him up and find out what's going on, because they're cutting deals with people. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not getting left out. I'm about to call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that thank you for that compliment. So yeah, I love school, and you know, hopefully I want to go back and get my master's in something. I sort of want to be like on MSNBC.
Oh,
I want to be like a news reporter or correspondent. I want to be like Contessa Brewer.
Oh, check you out. That could be interesting.
Or Rachel Maddow.
That can be, well, yeah. Well, I saw her show, I think twice, you know. But I mean, they, on MSNBC they're a little looser than they are with CNBC. CNBC, you kind of like, you know, I don't know, it's just a different type of show. Or you can go to Fox and you have a ball.
Oh yes,
Fox
I
News.
do watch Fox for the funnies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this whole acting thing, maybe I'll go to MSNBC and I'll have my own show there and talk politics. Now I love politics, so.
Oh, well, we're not going to talk politics.
No, let's not.
Because I have a feeling that you would eat me up alive, and I don't feel like getting eaten up alive today. Not today.
Normally, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you, so you're good. You're totally good.
Okay, good. You give me my opinion then. Why don't you do that?
Yes. Where was I? So yeah, the whole finance corporate America thing, loved it, but had to break up with it. Mm-hmm. I just, you know, came to kind of my own little crossroads and thought, you know, now's the time I need to, you know, make a decision for myself. And I made a lot of decisions, you know, for my family and my parents and what I thought the expectations were on me. And then finally I said, you know, now's the time, now or never. I never want to look back and think I didn't pursue this crazy dream I was having. So I waited, this was about 3 years ago, I waited until I got my Christmas bonus, cashed it, and resigned the next day.
The smart girl. See, I told everybody you're smart.
Oh, cash that thing and make sure it clears.
Yeah, make sure it clears and you wait, and the next day you move it to another account. Yeah, guess what? Here goes my 2 weeks extra. I'll leave now. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need me. So I did, and I thought, you know, now or never, and took a deep breath, jumped in, and, you know, here I am, and I'm loving it. I'm happy every single day and feel blessed and so fulfilled in such different ways than I was before.
Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of what led me to sunny California.
Well, let me ask you this, because when you were doing your finance, I mean, obviously, just to get serious for a minute, just looking at your resume. Yeah, I'm going to get serious. Just looking at your resume. Look, you could have continued your career in finance. You probably could have had, if you wanted to go into TV or something, you probably could have went and did you know, financial commentary with CNBC. You could have been working with Jim Cramer. You could have been doing a lot of things within the financial industry, but there was something inside of you that was missing. Was that the case?
Yeah, because, you know, above and beyond that, and that would have been great, and maybe, you know, something I'll dabble in the future, but I love comedy, I love to perform, I love improv, so it just, you know, I think what it was, I had booked this film, and so I took about, you know, this was back in DC, a month off of work. And just every day, you know, and we were on set. It was an indie low budget film. I mean, we were on set for 16 hours a day, and it didn't matter to me.
Right.
You know, the way it would if I were stuck in the office for 16 hours and cutting myself.
Right.
I wasn't cutting myself when I was on the set for 16 hours.
Ooh,
and
I hope those are paper cuts and nothing else.
Totally. You see, I shouldn't joke about things like that.
Don't, because you got me on point today, so.
Yeah, edit that. Bleep. I shouldn't be bleep.
Yeah, exactly.
No, okay. So anyhow, no, there was something missing, and just the whole performer aspect, and you know, I'm in love equally with film and television, but you know, there's getting up on stage, you know, which is, we'll talk about that in a minute, I guess, what I'm about to do.
Yes.
In the next coming days, it's this crazy feeling that you get, and you just kind of lose yourself in it, and I don't know, you know, these things and those things.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
I would give you a tissue, but you're too far away.
Yeah.
A make-believe tissue. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you went and you took a big leap, and I think a lot of people, when they're comfortable in their situation, that they may want to be whatever they want to be in life, they're afraid to do it. I mean, that's a big thing that you did, and I keep hopping on that because you left something that could have been so safe and stable, and you could have made yourself a couple $100,000 a year, and you could have been there for the rest of your life doing that, and built up and did that. But that wasn't your true passion, though.
Yeah, I look back and I can't even put my finger on the moment where, I said, this is the defining moment. This is, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, actually, at the moment. But
Right.
somehow I made the decision, whatever, one day this is it. I'm moving to LA, and I never turned back. And I haven't regretted it ever, not once,
How could you regret it? Look at what you're doing now. It's amazing what you have going on.
I appreciate that. To be honest, though, the way that I've described this industry, at least for me, is that the highs are really high and the lows are really low. There's really, at least for me, not a lot of middle ground, and it's not because I'm crazy. But it's the cliche saying, it's feast or famine. It's just when you're working and making art and creating art and you're a part of something, you can't compare that to anything else in the world. Mm-hmm. And then when you're not, it's the heart, it's hard.
Right.
So, yeah, so the highs are, highest ever that I've experienced, and the lows are, the lowest I've ever experienced. But, there's something that keeps me here, and like I said, I've never regretted it. So, and today we're in a very happy place. So,
let's just say that one more time.
I said today we're in a very high, happy place.
Good, but that's good stuff. See, the thing is, and I had this conversation with someone last week, that when you're doing like with what you did, and I'm going to kind of put it in these terms because I think that if you look at things in a certain way for the regular folk, that it makes sense. See, if you're a creative soul, you have to create, because if you don't create, I don't care whether you're writing, poetry, acting, whatever you're doing, comedy, if you're not creating, there's something missing inside of you. So when you went out, when you left finance and you did this, and I'm going to ask you this, did you have a plan B? Did you have a plan B when you did this?
I had nothing. I didn't even come out here ahead of time.
See, that is my point. Most of that's a good thing. That's a good thing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I've seen, when you have someone that goes and says, okay, this is my plan A, I'm going to go reach for this, but if it doesn't work out, this is my plan B. See, what happens is that you're thinking about the plan B, not the plan A. So if you go and you throw everything out there and you risk it all, and me being a finance guy by trade, I risk it all, and sometimes it's stressful, but you're getting stuff done.
Yeah. I think if you have a plan B, mentally you have a plan B, you shouldn't do this. I think you have to go into this industry without having a plan B. Everything's riding on this. You really, really have to. Because people have told me before, if you have a plan B, if you can actually see yourself doing something else other than acting, go do it. Right. Because it is it's a tough business. But while it's tough, it's so rewarding and fulfilling, and
so it's like having that good dive of chocolate.
Yes, just like that.
Yeah. But, let me ask you this, because I'm interested in this. When you decided to go and jump into the entertainment world, I mean, everyone knowing on this, that's listening to this show, knowing that you had it all, like you had everything set in finance, you left that to do this. Did you have the support from your family? Did they say, you go for it, Ursula? Did they say, are you out of your damn mind?
You know what? I'm so surprised by their reaction. Not because I come from an amazing family. But I got them all together one night and we all went out to dinner. And yeah, I didn't necessarily say I had this huge announcement to make, but I think they kind of knew something was up because I was just dedicating more and more of my time and my free time to doing like theater and things on the East Coast. So I told them that, I was moving to LA and then sunk in my chair and cringed, waiting for the like, are you crazy, Ursula? We pay all this money for your college and these things and those things. You have a beautiful life, a beautiful place and cars and things. And I'm thinking, actually my dad's accent doesn't really sound like that,
but it's good for the show though.
Totally. It's maybe it used to, his accent is much better now. Anyways, they looked at me and said, okay, and my sister cried and my mom cried. I mean, I had a list in my mind of my rebuttals of why I had to do it and, how this was the time for me and I had to choose myself. And all of the things I did for them, I did this for you, I did that for you, I took this test and this course, and I didn't have to go through any of that. They just said, if anybody can do it, you can, and, we'll always be here. So I think they were mostly sad to see me go because we're so close. I mean, I went to college only 30, 40 minutes away from my family and was home with bringing my roommates for Sunday dinner, every Sunday. So,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is
so
nice.
that was more of their, concern is just missing me and less of, what would become of me out here. So I'm lucky.
Well, one thing I got to say, and I'm picturing you taking your family out to dinner, and you say you have to make an announcement. Honestly, I can see your father at that moment sweating bullets and saying, "Oh my God, is she pregnant? Oh my God."
Oh, crazy! No, we weren't pregnant. No prego, nothing going on like that. We are having to wear burqa in the school and walking around. There is no boys ever. He's not worried about those things.
Well, let me tell you, it must have been a relief. Okay, go to California. That's okay. Live your dream. Go.
Totally. No, yeah, you know what? That's funny. I should ask him what was going through his head in that moment.
You should, because you should want to know that, because I'm just picturing that deal, and that right there is a comedy skit right there. Oh my God.
Totally. Let's call him a conference.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Let's get him on the phone. Hey, Dad, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then we'll have a big click.
Yeah. Who is this?
Right. So you summon a bitch. Click, and that's it. And that's the end of the story.
So, Mr. Taherian, did you think your daughter was pregnant? What? There's no sex in my household. What are you talking about?
That's funny. So yeah, no, I think you rolling the dice and doing this, I think that's amazing, because
I appreciate that. Because it certainly took a lot of courage and a lot of faith. So I appreciate
that's the word, courage. Because if again, and I maybe I sound redundant sometimes, and that's okay, because maybe I forgot I said enough. But seriously, certain things I say because it means a lot, and I want people to understand this, that it takes courage. It takes a big set to go and reach for that brass ring that's in front of you. It's there in front of you. You know you can get it. If you believe you can get it, you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's what you've been doing. Now, you've been in LA for how long?
3 years.
3 years, okay. Now, 3 years in LA. Now, I'm looking at your resume. 3 years, and I can't read all this. What the hell, man? You got a lot of stuff here. You did some films. Looking at this, you did something called Carver, and When Cobra Strikes, and I don't know, some Pizza Pal. You did a few movies. Now, were these all indie movies, or were they big movies, or?
Well, let's see, Carver, totally big movie. That was my breakout film.
Cool.
It was a horror film.
All right.
Some of my best work. No, it's amazing. Totally rent Carver. But you have to get the Grizzly version. See, Blockbuster is a little conservative, and they wouldn't take our unrated Grizzly version. They only have the unrated version, or the rated version. But if you
but meanwhile, they can sell the uncut Rob Zombie movies, right?
See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So, go to Netflix or Amazon or even like the smaller like chains, not the Blockbuster, but like the Hollywood Videos and stuff like that, and you can get the uncut Grizzly version. It's quite gory. And that's in like 9 countries. So hey.
Yeah, that's good. There's good distribution on that film.
Totally. I get mail in many different languages, which is fun.
Well, just imagine if you can speak all those languages. Forget about it. You probably can. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you could. You probably speak like 12 languages. You can curse me out in about 50.
Totally. I minored in Spanish, but don't test me now. Don't put me on the spot.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Oh, so the Spanish I was typing you in our emails you didn't even understand? I was just being like...
No, I use Google Translate, But I can read certain things, but, shoot, I'm lucky to speak English. You kidding me?
Totally. It's hilarious. So Carver was cool. When the Cobra Strikes is in the works. It's a really cool film about. It's based on a book of the same title. When the Cobra Strikes. It's a martial arts action film.
Ooh.
I play a South African. I was in. There's a film that's making the film festival rounds right now called Layla, and it was a film that was written for me. It's about an Afghan girl that is smuggling drugs through rugs from Afghanistan to the United States. So I was recently nominated for Best Actress and Breakout Action Star for that film.
Nice.
And so that was really fun. I did my own stunts. I did my own stunts in that and in Carver. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. I'm freakishly strong for a little person.
But I love that because now you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I like that.
No. Oh, no, my hands, they're like, small and dainty on the outside, and then when you turn them over, they're very calloused and labor-looking hands. Because I think I told you this. I don't remember. Well, you probably don't remember either.
No, I have dementia. I told you that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'll never start anything with you by saying, remember? I won't say that.
No, just say it again. Repeat your stories. That's fine.
So I do. I swing on the rings. There's a place down here at one of the beaches where they have rings and ropes and poles. So I swing and really anything that you can climb, I'm up it or hanging upside down from it or swinging from the rings. I also I do aerial art. So I do tissue or silk, like you see at circus.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that stuff. I went to I went upstate in New York. I went upstate and I went to some festival or something, some freaky festival. I don't know, something to do with medieval stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so the girl's up on a tree hanging from this stuff, and she's spinning around doing all this stuff. I said, that's crazy. I said, I would so die. the branch would fall. I'd be screwed up.
Fun. No, it is the most fun. The most fun thing I've ever done in my life. I do that in trapeze. It is
really
amazing. Yes, I love it. I leave from, I do it every Tuesday at least, twice a week, if I'm lucky. And I leave from swinging or doing tissue or trapeze thinking, if I can do this, I can do anything.
But that's where do you go to do this? It's not, you don't do this on the beach. I know you have the rings and the bars and everything on the beach, but they don't have the trapeze there at the beach.
No, there's a class I take out in Century City. Cool. They have a gym, and we take classes and train, and we'll put on shows and stuff like that. So it's at a studio out here.
Cool. That's cool. It's probably because I know you have some gyms over there that have the really high ceilings, like LA Fitness and stuff. They have the really high ceilings, so I can see that happening. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool.
It's not like a circus school, sort of.
So that's where you get your clowning from. There you go.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, you're catching me. It's 1:30 over here, so you know. You catch me at 2:30, that's a different story. Then you got me.
Yeah, you're done.
No, but that's pretty cool though. I mean, is that something that you just got into? Is that something that you just, I don't know, that you just saw and you want to try it out?
See, I told you I want to be many different things. No, I made it down at some point since I've lived here to where the rings are, and you know, there's just such generous, amazing people down there. This whole beach community, a bunch of, you know, sports people, fitness people, ex-athletes, gymnasts, all just kinds of people from all walks of life, really, down there. And they're just so generous with their. What's that?
Did you go by Venice, or you by Santa Monica?
Santa Monica, right by the pier.
Okay, cool.
And just saw some people swinging and thought it looked really cool. And it wasn't until then till I realized how honestly freakishly strong I am, and what amazing things, you know, you can do with your body in terms of, you know, fitness and strength, and just how empowering it is, at least for me, you know, to be physically strong, you know, as a little person, as a woman, as an artist, and it translates into my work. It does, and it's hard to explain it unless you really do it. So anyhow, I was down there and watched a few people swing and gave it a shot and got some pointers, and like anything else, you know, you keep going back and you get better and better and fancier and fancier. So there was someone down there that was watching me swing one day and just mentioned this school to me and thought I might, you know, enjoy it and be good there. So I checked it out, and I've been addicted ever since.
But that is pretty cool, man. I mean, I would attempt to do something like that, but you know what? Well, I used to be a gymnast, so I mean I
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I used to be a gymnast. Used to do the rings. That was my specialty. Used to do the pommel horse. I used to do all that fun stuff until I busted my knee, and that was the end of my Olympic dreams.
Wow.
So that was that.
Was that while you were doing wrestling?
No, that was before. That's one of my chapters in my life that had to get closed.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I love gymnastics. It was good. You know, I used to do the Thomas flares and all that stuff, so it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, but not now. So that was way back when. But now we move forward. But yeah, this show's about you, not about me. What are you talking about? You start going into me and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we push back to you, Ursula. Okay. All right. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, people in Santa Monica, they're really nice. You go on the beach and chit chat. You go on the pier, you talk to anybody. I go there and I just talk to anybody because people are as crazy as I am. So that's good.
Yeah, there are definitely some crazies out there, but it makes life interesting. And
well, you go there on a Saturday night, it's packed, and yep, it's interesting to say the least. But Venice But Venice, you got some. Well, let's stop. I'm not going to say anything about Venice. Venice is okay. So now let's go into your television stuff. Okay, you know, because I mean, I was watching something on you, a clip that you did that had me on the floor. I was like, holy crap! But let's go let's go with the other stuff you've done. And I'm gonna let you talk about it because I'll just keep talking and talking and talking and talking.
Oh no, that's okay.
Like a kid on sugar. I don't know.
Well, a few things. Let's see. I guess just in the comedy realm, I did a pilot. Unfortunately, it didn't get picked up, but it was super fun. It was Wayne Brady's pilot, called The Joke's on You. So I did that, when I first got out here. And, what's that?
He is hilarious. I love Wayne Brady.
Hilarious and just an amazing person. Just an amazing, generous person. So, I did that, and then one of the most fun gigs I did was a political satire for HBO called The Message.
Okay.
And I got to play a bunch of different characters. I don't know if you watched my acting reel, but the beginning and the end of my reel are two of the two clips from that show, The Message. And It was a political satire kind of with an urban flair in the vein of, kind of like The Daily Show and stuff like that. And so I got to do news correspondent characters and just real funny characters, and it was always about current news and politics and really pushing the envelope. So that was super fun until it ended.
Okay, that everything comes to an end at some point.
What else? The what you were mentioning earlier is the television show I'm currently doing. It's called Reality Hell.
Yeah.
It's a really fun show on E right now, and it airs on Sundays at 10:30 p.m. and it replays all throughout the week. But it's kind of like it's an unscripted, improv. I say reality, but it's not really reality. It's basically Punk'd meets every reality show. So there's all actors and then one person that we're tricking. So it not mocks or mocks in a not offensive way the reality shows that are out there. So the one you were looking at, we did like a Bachelor type of show. So we brought a girl on where she thought she was going to be vying for the love of our hunk, but everybody was actors and except her. And just it's amazing what people will believe. I mean, we completely push the envelope at the most ridiculous things to these people, but they go with it and they believe it because they want to be on TV. And then, and we tell them it was all just a hoax. And
the thing that you showed me was hilarious because you had 3 or 4 girls on there, and they're all actresses but the one girl and the guy,
right.
And they're trying to get the guy, and the guy's a handsome dude, everything else. Not that I'm looking at that, but I'm just mentioning and that he's a good-looking guy on the show. Okay, and then his thing was that he wants to experiment and go both ways, so you bring in 3 dudes. And they're still good. She's still going with it, the girl. So.
Totally going with it. You have to watch the episode. I mean, some of the things that she said and they said, because they played, like really over the top. Mm-hmm. The guys that came in, and then so the funny part, I guess I'll kind of give it away, was all throughout the show, the hunk, the guy, the Bachelor, was mentioning his Stacy. And, the girl on the show, just thought he was talking about an ex-girlfriend, Stacy, and kind of talking about his past relationship. So then at the very end, when they're on their final date where he makes his decision between one of the guys and her, I introduce Stacy, and it's, of course, this crazy, just over the top, funny as hell guy that comes out and, slaps him in the face and throws water on his face, and the girl's freaking out because she totally made out with him in the hot tub. And so it was hilarious. But you know what? She was such a good sport, and so it's not mean at all. It's funny, and people are just tickled, afterwards that they were on the show and that they were tricked, and it really is a fun ride for everyone. But
the thing is that you're touching on something, because you have a lot of reality shows out there. Because in this world right now, everything's reality this, reality that, and the bottom line is what you guys are doing with that is that, you're like, okay, well, you know what, we're gonna have a reality about reality and just make it into, you're kind of like poking fun at everybody, not just the people on the show, but everybody. Because
all of us, even, all of us that are addicted to it, and we all, we watch it, and you become so just, I don't know, mesmerized by the whole thing, I think. And it's poking fun at everybody and ourselves, all of us.
Yeah, but that's funny. Now, because people got to check that out, and that's on E. And I saw it, the episode that you showed me, and it was, I think I'm going to get addicted to your show too, because I think
definitely watch this Sunday, the 27th at 10:30. It's I'm in the episode on Sunday, and it's ridiculous. It's hilarious.
That gives me something to do beyond football, because Sundays no more True Blood, so then I have an opening. You're there.
There you go. Sunday at 10:30 on the E channel, and it's gonna be a really, really fun episode. You can go to E! Online and look up Reality Hell, and there's some promos for it there too. Give you a feel for what the show this Sunday is. It's a spoof on design shows where you make over somebody's home. So you can only imagine the chaos that ensues.
Sounds hilarious. Oh,
yeah.
That's funny. But now you did, some of the other stuff, I'm just looking at stuff here, 'cause now I'm reading, because I can read.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm lucky, my God.
Yeah.
But you did something on Spike TV, right? Was it Raising the Roots?
I did. I was on that. I had a role in that show. Do you know what that show is?
I have no clue, but
yeah.
Ideas are going through my head, but you're going to tell me.
Basically, like putting kind of, hillbillies into more refined situation. Just following this crazy, like, trailer hillbilly family. And so I played an artist at an art gallery, and that was all improv too, all unscripted improv, and it was reality in the sense that this was a true family that they were following. They were just the most funny, absurd family in the world, and they come in because one of the dudes is displaying his art at this art show, and I'm one of the other artists with my more refined, tasteful art, and so yeah, a lot of unscripted comedy stuff. But
that's cool though, because you're able to do what you do best and just let it ride and just let it all out, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. You did is that still on TV, that Raising the Roots?
No, that's no longer on TV. Okay. That's over.
That is gone. Finite.
Yeah.
But you also you did something with Heroes, right?
Yes. I did a promo for Heroes. This is comedy too. Yeah. I can do a lot of weird tricks with my hands and my feet.
Oh my God.
I know. I should probably send you a picture. Maybe I'll post it on my Facebook.
No, you don't. Then everybody will see it. Then people say stuff.
Yeah. See, I know. I worry about this foot trick that I can do because there are creepy, crazy feet people out there, and it's not like that at all. It's not a fetishy foot thing. It's just a crazy trick that I can do with my feet. And, my dad told me one day, Ursula, that trick is going to make you money. And it did. So we had to go in and do this, these kind of like stupid human tricks to promote the show, Heroes. And I did. So I went on, I did a little acting and combined my foot trick in the whole piece, and there you have it.
Well,
a woman of many, many talents.
You are, no doubt. And you know what? I expect that picture to be emailed to me when we're done.
I'll totally take it with my cell phone and send it to you, or put it on Facebook.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, make me feel special. Make me feel good. Send it to me.
Okay.
Make me feel good.
Okay, because it is all about you, Lou. It is.
Oh, thank you so much.
It is.
Now
I'll send you a picture of my feet.
All right,
my
good.
crazy trick.
But now, so you did film, you did your TV. The thing that I find interesting, because you are well-rounded. I mean, as an actress, as a comedian, it's cool. I love seeing this because you're not afraid to do different things. Okay, and I'm saying that seriously. You're not afraid to do different things, TV, film, and you also did theater.
I do theater, and
because that's different than doing TV but then you do improv, so it kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool because you're able to get up there and just go at it, because as with theater, you got to remember all this stuff. It's not like you have a second take. With me, I go up there and I swear you would see there'd be little crickets in the background because I'd be stunned and say, "What? Help!"
No, yes, theater is a whole different beast, and it's so amazing. It's so different. It's so much more, for me at least, petrifying, I think, because of what you just said, film and television, you're just really so vulnerable and so exposed. But the energy that you get from a live audience, and just losing yourself in the life of the story, you know, where you're not stopping and starting, like you are in film and television, or, you know, doing scenes out of order. You're just living the life of this story and of your character from beginning till end is just, it's amazing. And being in front of a live audience you can't compare it to anything, but it's scarier.
Yeah, I can imagine. You know, you're going up there, even though you're practicing your lines and everything. The moment that you get up on stage, it's a different animal. Actually, I think that all the nervousness starts before you even get on stage.
Yeah, totally. And you just have to try to use that nervousness, you know, to your advantage, and you know, turn it into something positive.
But everything you did, you were doing leads. You were doing leads and everything. I mean, that just shows the people that casted you on that they had a lot of faith in your ability.
I appreciate that. I really do. So
it's true.
Yeah, I'm no stranger. I was no stranger to kind of like the stage in a different sense. I was really involved in school, and you know, I was involved in student government. I was, you know, class president and involved in all of those different honor societies and stuff like that, and really active. And so on stage in that way, you know, and then when I was doing consulting, just presenting and things like that. And I did a lot of fundraising and fun events for the company as well. So I had kind of like a foundation for that. And just, you know, being a crazy kid and performing and stuff like that for my parents and little plays and stuff. So yeah.
You put little plays on for your parents?
Oh yeah, plays and magic shows. And I used to, my sister and I were talking the other day about, we had a swimming pool in our backyard, and we would get all the family and the neighbors to come and watch, and she would be the trainer and I would be the seal. So everyone would come. I always had to be the seal. That's why I was yelling at her the other day, because I went swimming, and for some reason I remember being the seal and swimming along the edge of the pool, splashing people with my fin, and we had a hula hoop. But like, I always had to be the animal, and she was always the trainer. So I called her to let her know I was working through that. But yeah, so we used to put on plays and shows for the neighbors. I'm from Maryland, so we used to have crab feasts every summer, and all the neighbors would come over and, you know, do the huge party. Stuff. Yeah. and we'd get on the deck and put on like music shows. We were Madonna, or little skits and plays. So it was fun. And so, you know, it wasn't something completely foreign to me when I moved out here, but definitely something that, you know, I really didn't pursue professionally until I got to LA.
So that's interesting. So your whole life, and you didn't even know it, you were just performing, because that's...
I guess so.
That was normal. See, you see how this show helps you to come to terms with things?
I'm beginning to feel like you're my therapist.
Yeah, see, I could be your therapist. Hey, that.
Totally.
Hey now, but you know, but I mean, this is something that's been inside of you, and I think that most people, you know, they're destined to do whatever, and sometimes, you know, this stuff just falls in your lap, and you have to do something with it, because if you don't, at that moment, you never will.
That's right. That's right. And I'm happiest in those moments. I'm my happiest ever when I'm performing, and
actually,
so
you can see it in your face. But you can see it in your face, honestly. You know, when I was watching that reality health thing, you know, some people, you see them on TV when they're doing something, and yeah, I don't know, it's like there's too much. It's not them. That was you, and you can see it. You can see it in your face that you were really enjoying what you do. You know, like even,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you are so welcome. Even when, you know, when Wayne Brady, when he does this thing, you can see, and he cracks me up. I mean, I was watching him way back when he popped up with Drew Carey on that Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, it's a great show.
Oh my God, I used to watch that religiously until I don't know what happened. But I watched it for him because he would crack me up.
He's hilarious, and so, I mean, those guys are so talented what they do on the spot.
But you know these.
So funny.
Let me ask you this, because now I want your input on something. Now,
Okay.
and we've had a few comedians on the show, and we talk about their journey, because it's not easy. Even though we're talking about all the beautiful things you've done, it wasn't always like everything clicked at the drop of a dime.
Right.
You had to work hard to where you got, and you love what you do, so probably never felt like work because you love what you do, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of work, yeah, a lot of sacrifice, a lot, and everybody sacrifices their, my situation is no different than anybody else's, but everybody has their own stuff that they sacrifice to do this, and it includes a lot of things. For me, it included leaving my family. That's the hardest thing for me to deal with on a daily basis. I talk to them on the phone every day, all of them, and I have I don't think there's a day that's gone by that I haven't spoken to them since I've been out here in 3 years. So that's tough, not being there for all the family stuff and the nieces and all the big events. And, and then you sacrifice a life of stability, having a stable job and stable income, and having, things, and it's definitely a different lifestyle, and a risky lifestyle. But like I said, the rewards, it just, for me, it's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice. And I think, the day you wake up and it's not worth the sacrifice anymore, then, then you make other
it's time to hang everything up.
plans.
Yeah, See, I think you did make a lot of sacrifices in doing that, but you have to do it, because if you don't do stuff like this when you're young, you're not going to do it later. There's no way in the world. You're not going to be, 50, say, I'm going to go to Hollywood and this is what I'm going to do. You're not doing shit. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I never wanted to be that person that looked back, and said, what if, because that's torture. It's just torture, and I never wanted to have to look back and say that, and so
Oh, and I paint the picture when it comes to that, because whenever someone tells me, well, I want to, I have a dream to do this and do that, but you know what, I have my job, and I think that I'll get to it next year, and the next time, and I tell them, I said, picture this. You're whatever the age is, you're 20, 30, whatever you are, and I'll just tell them, say, look, picture this. You're 50, maybe 60. You're looking in the mirror. You see the wrinkles on your face. The gray hairs are out. Okay, maybe if you're a woman, you have your bra that's you got your breastises kind of hanging. Yeah, the guys, you got the elastic on your drawers, kind of loose. And you're looking
vivid.
Yeah, but I have to paint the picture, because it is true.
Totally.
Because you paint the picture, so you look in the mirror, you're looking at yourself, but you know something? Look at the reflection. You're going to see somebody that was you way back when, running away with your dream. Some kid that now just got up and said, you know what? Now I'm going to do it. You couldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. You never want to have that moment, and it's a horrible way to as you get older to say, wow, what did I do with my life? That's something I never want to do.
Yeah. I have this saying, I don't know if I'll articulate it well right now, but I was trying to tell someone the other day, so hopefully I'll articulate it a little bit more clearly. It's just something that I
have faith in you. I have faith that you're going to do it.
In my articulation. I have this thing, it's like, I call it like a 10, and it's in my mind. I know everything can't be a 10 in life, because that's far-fetched, but nothing is that black and white. But for the most part, I'm like, why bother doing something if you're not feeling a 10 about it? Mm-hmm. So I think you have to be. Like, it was someone that was like, oh, well, I'm going to do this, audition, and I don't really want to go. I don't care about it, and this and that. I'm like, well, then don't go. Because if you're not going to put everything into it and you're not excited at a 10, why bother doing it? And so I try to look at a lot of my life, every aspect of my life like that. I try to be excited and passionate about everything that I do. And if it's not a 10, I don't want to waste my time with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, because if you go and you have something that's, I don't know, that's not really enhancing your life, and you're putting time into it, you basically, you put your time into something, you want to make sure that at least you have the potential for it to be a 10. If it turns out to be a 5 or a 6 or 4, but you know the potential's there.
But you're running at a speed of 10 is what it is. Because
okay.
if you're not, if you're not, you're wasting your time, everyone's time, you know, like...
Well, if you're not all in, if you're not all in, you know, I mean, again, I just added to your thing, all right? I just added to your thing.
I'm going to give you writing credits.
Good.
Totally.
Oof. Yeah, but no, if something, you know, if you don't go all at something and put everything on the table, because, you know, people, you know, you gamble, you're all in. If you're not in, then you're out. You're out of the game. Why even play? Because you're going to sit there and play with your pennies, you know, you're in, you're out. If you're out, then you go do something else, you know.
I'm such an all-in kind of person when it comes to everything, when it comes to my art, when it comes to my relationships with people, you know, and anything that if I choose to embark on something or try something, or I just, if I know if I'm a 6 or a 7 or 8, I'm not going to waste my time. Everything I do, at least, you know, for the most part, is a 10. So,
you know something,
you know, and
that's good. That's good, because you'll, even though in life you'll go and you may fail as much as you succeed, but as long as you're putting your all into something, you have no regrets. You know, and I'm going to say this because I feel like saying it. You know,
say it.
But you know, look, really, if you go and you play by somebody else's rules and you fail, who do you have to answer to? To them.
Right.
But if you play by your own rules and you're all in, you do what you have to do. If you fail, you know something, if I do that and I fail, who do I have to answer to? No one. Myself. You know what? That's okay, because I tried.
Right.
And that's the best way to look at it, because if you play by somebody else's rules, you fail, you know, how many times at work or something, or whatever it is in life, people play by somebody else's, you know, path. You go by that path. You trip.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, rah, 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 and they're yelling and screaming, and you know, I can't deal with that stuff. So.
Yeah.
I don't like to be yelled at. So, so don't start, okay, Ursula? Don't start with me.
No.
All right. So now that leads us in to your latest project. And
yes.
It kicked off yesterday, right?
It did. I'm so proud of this this project. It's the first ever Middle Eastern Comedy Festival. So it's exactly that. They're you know, it's all Middle Easterners from all countries in the Middle East. And it's a 4-day comedy festival. It kicked off last night at the Laugh Factory. And it was, you know, hosted by the famous, hilarious Maz Jobrani, the Iranian comedian, and we had some great stand-up comics. And then tonight and tomorrow night at both 7:30 p.m. and 9:15 p.m., you can go to either show, at the Acme Comedy Theater on La Brea. We're having sketch comedy. So 2 nights of hilarious Middle Eastern sketch comedy, and then Friday is the closing night with another lineup of stand-up comedians. So, yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. We've gotten a lot of support and everything from the community. CNBC did an article on us. We were, the Jewish Journal even nominated us, like, you know, Pix Festival of the Month or something like that.
They said, awesome. This is the pick of the week. Go to Middle Eastern Comedy Festival.
Totally. I was like, even the Jews like us. That's crazy. No, there's Muslims and Jews, Israelis and Afghans and Persians and Iraqis. There's everybody in this festival. So, yeah, we were LA Weekly's choice and Go LA, Jewish Journal's pick of the week. We got sponsorship by KPCC, which is NPR, ABC, Disney, Fox. just been amazing, the outpouring of love and support from the community. And, you know, maybe it's a way to solve this whole Mideast crisis over sketch comedy.
Why not? Why not? Look, I mean, think about it. You have you have your Middle Eastern Comedy Festival. You have all different people in there, all different Middle Eastern people in there, different religions, different beliefs. They're all doing their thing. You know,
it's been amazing, and I've just met such amazing people, you know, and doing this, and we all just feel like, you know, it's just, we're all brothers and sisters doing this. And, you know, the main aim or goal of the festival was really to just dispel negative stereotypes of Middle Easterners, not only, you know, in the world, but in film and television, and in the arts, that we can play different characters other than, like, the terrorist. And that, you know, we can be funny. And
but you know something, you're absolutely correct about that. If you look back in the history of Hollywood, you know, everyone, you know, was stereotyped, or typecast in one way, shape, or form. I don't care if you were black, I don't care if you were Italian, I don't care if you were, you know, Irish, and you know, I don't care if you were Spanish, I don't care what it is, that's the way things go, that they say, okay, well, yeah, you're Middle Eastern, you look like this, then you're going to be a terrorist for now, you know, but that does happen. But now, if you look at, like, Bollywood is coming out strong. You know, they're coming out the gates and they're doing stuff, but now it's like, it's like little by little changing the scope of how things are operating, because, you know, look, this is one world. It's not just Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood is one part. You have filmmaking everywhere in the United States. You go down to Texas, you come up to New York, you go here, Georgia, you go overseas. You have stuff going on all over the place. So yeah, you know, if they start opening their eyes and their thoughts and start casting the right way, you have some talented people of all, you know, creeds, color, everything.
Absolutely. I mean, because it's funny talking to the actor. There's just the most funny, talented people in this production, the stand-up comedians as well as the sketch performers, and with such interesting, rich backgrounds and you know, from just the culture of all the countries, and it's just amazing, you know. But you talk to them, and a lot of them, you know, you look at their credits, and it's like the terrorist, the terrorist, the terrorist, the terrorist, you know. And we really are so much more than that. You know, so I think it's a great venue to showcase that, and just how funny and talented and versatile these actors are. And, you know, that it's not about color or background, it's about art and creativity and talent. And so it's just been an amazing experience, and I'm so proud to be a part of it and work with such talented people, and you know.
Well, you mean you did. I mean, it's a good thing, because you're getting a lot of rave reviews, and you guys just opened up yesterday, so you have a lot of people that are interested in that. They're talking, you know, great things about it. I mean, because I came across something. I thought it was interesting. I think in Canada or something, and they were doing something. There's like a Middle Eastern comedy thing, so it's kind of like this but different, but in Canada. So, you know, hey, you know,
wow.
I think I got an email from them the other day, but it was just interesting because I looked into it quickly and I said, oh, that's interesting that now that's happening. You know? Yeah,
definitely. I wasn't aware of that. I have to look into that.
Yeah, well, why are they not calling you? I don't know. But
maybe they will. Yeah. Maybe Larry King's sending a reporter. Maybe we'll see us. Larry King, but
yeah, but they have to open their wallet to get you, because you're high maintenance.
Hey
now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no, it's cool. Okay. It's fun. We make fun of ourselves, you know, which, you know, it's just hilarious, and I think it's gonna be a great show. So, you want tickets? I know I'm doing a little plug, but it's mideastcomedyfest.com. You can get your tickets or buy tickets at the door. Again, it's at the Acme Comedy Theater, 135 North La Brea. So 7:30 and 9:15 tonight, Wednesday, and tomorrow, Thursday, the 23rd and 24th of September. So it's going to be a great time.
Let me give that website again. It's MideastComedyFest.com. You have all the information there for the event, everything. If our listeners that want to go and see some great talent, Acme's a staple, and in Hollywood to go see good comedy acts. But this right here, this whole festival is actually, this is a new venture for the guys that put it together, right?
Absolutely. Yep. First ever Middle Eastern Comedy Festival. So.
Well, I think this is going to be around for some time because it is interesting, and you'll have 1 year after. I mean, you'll be hooked up with this for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think it's for the first of many, many festivals to come. It's just everyone's just so psyched about it, and last night we kicked off to a over packed house at the Laugh Factory. I mean, people were standing. It was amazing.
Nice.
So. Yeah.
The stuff like that is good because it makes you feel good about what you're doing. And you know what? And I just and you brought it up earlier, just on a serious note, if you're bringing everybody under one roof of all different, religious beliefs, things of that nature, or thought process from different areas in the Middle East, and they're all under one roof, doing what they do best and doing the comedy and everything, and people are enjoying it,
Yeah.
I mean, really, what creates war in this country? I don't want to get too serious right now, but really,
Sure.
What creates war? Religious beliefs, that is the big catalyst of war, or that, or someone, somebody getting, great aspirations for taking over the world, like Pinky and the Brain,
Sure.
So it's like,
Yeah.
they're coming up with a new plan to take over the world. But,
Yeah.
but that, it's just, I mean, life's too short, and I wish, and this is, again, I have nothing to do with anything that's going on over there, but I think it's horrible that all this stuff is going on, I mean, lost lives for what?
Yeah.
And what are you fighting for, really? Live your life. You have your land. Live your life and be happy. Break bread, and that's it. Go to a comedy festival. Go to Middle East.
You go to a comedy festival. Let's settle it that way.
Yeah, go to a comedy festival. Break the monotony. Do that.
Yeah.
Instead of going at it.
Well, hopefully we're making strides. And again, we don't want to get too political, but our president met with both Israel and Palestinian leaders yesterday, and hopefully we'll start making actual strides towards a peace resolution, and everyone will just say it's enough killing and enough, pain and suffering, and really start to make changes, and we can only pray for that.
We can only hope and pray for that. At the end of the day, and I say this, and you understand finance, so you can understand where I'm coming from. People look, they say, oh, the United States, oh, Iraq, oh, Canada, oh, the UK, oh, this, all these countries, and everyone is patriotic, the whole 9 yards. Don't get me wrong, I love the United States. This is my country. I love it. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's all business, and all the countries are their own companies, and this is all business. So that's why, all the war and everything just generates, revenue for someone.
Yeah.
And if you don't hear me on the radio anymore, somebody thought I was right about something. So I'm going to hide out. But it's true, we just hope for the peace, and that's it, but I think what you guys are doing with the Middle Eastern Comedy Festival is fantabulous.
I appreciate that.
You appreciate a lot, Ursula.
I do appreciate a lot. I appreciate everything.
That's cool. And I want to see you on that little acrobatic thing. That's what I want to see one day. You got to take a video of it or something.
If you go to my website, now these are my amateur days. I have video on my website from my first swing on the rings. If you go to ursulataherian.com and you go to videos, at the very bottom there's a section called Lifestyle, and there's videos of me climbing things and swinging on the rings, but I'll try to get you some footage of my acrobats as well.
I gotta
send it along with my foot trick.
Exactly. You send it to me alone. not for mass consumption. Jeez, I just want to feel special in my life. Okay, and it won't go any further. I just want to feel special. That's all, Ursula.
I know.
Yeah. So now, what do you have going on beyond the Middle Eastern Comedy Festival and Reality Hell? What else do you have going on?
Well, I mean, that's been just consuming so much of my time, which has been amazing. Mm-hmm. So, that's just what I've been focused on. Just got done wrapping Reality Hell and, hopefully looking forward to another season of that. And, who knows where the festival will launch me next. But I've really just been dedicating 100% of myself, and my time to those two things. And we'll see after Thursday what I end up landing into next.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to have something even more interesting, and you're going to keep going on and on and on. I have a feeling when that Reality Hell comes out again, the next season, that you guys are going to be you're going to be poking fun at the reality show that I'm attached to, which is going to be...
We'll do a spoof of you, totally.
Oh my God, that's not going to be fun. I'm not going to laugh about that.
You gotta learn to laugh at yourself, Lou.
I do. I laugh at myself every day, but you know what? After a while, I'm like, this is a little messed up. I can't keep doing this. Oh my God, too much. Ursula, I loved having you on the show, and I knew I said in the beginning we didn't know where this was going to go. But it was fantastic because you made we've been on the show for a little bit, and you made it feel like we've been on the show for about 5 minutes.
I won't say I appreciate that.
Yeah, don't cry.
I'm just kidding. No, I do. Thank you, and you're a lot of fun, and I think what you're doing is amazing, giving artists an opportunity to kind of tell their stories and showcase themselves, and just really caring so much about the journey and we're all on, and because you yourself are on it as well, and you're doing finance and balancing your creative side with the website and the show, so you're coming from a place of familiarity. So I think what you're doing is wonderful, and I'm just so honored that you asked me to come on and share my story, and that you thought it was worth listening to.
Oh, most definitely. Just going through everything right now, it just shows that your journey was an amazing one. That and I'm glad that you actually were able to let our listeners know that say, hey, you know what? You didn't just wake up one day and say, okay, well, I'm 17 and I'm going to go into comedy and go into film and everything else. You went through. This was a tough choice. Above most choices, really this was tough. It's like, okay, do I go make $250,000 and I'm good to go? I'll be at the age of 30. I'm going to be loaded. And you sat there and you rolled the dice. You did it, and look at you now. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Lou.
But you know something? You know what we should do? What would be funny before I let you go? Oh my God, sure. we should bring your father on a show and find out what he was thinking when you told him that, because just to imagine what was going through his head. Holy cow.
I'm not gonna call my dad now.
I'm joking with you, but
No, I know.
But seriously, you've done some amazing things. You're gonna have a lot of amazing stuff going on. I think your career is just, you're gonna escalate to the stratosphere, no doubt about it, in my mind. And I just hope
Thank you so much.
Well, I just hope that, and I say this to a lot of guests on the show, because I know reality's reality, that when all of a sudden you're over there and you're getting your Emmy and your thisy and your thaty and all these awards, okay, and I see you in the street as I'm taking trash out of the garbage, and I say, hey Ursula, how you doing? You're gonna say, oh, who are you?
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Here goes $1. Go buy a hamburger or something.
I told you I was going to hit you up for a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I know. I owe you a cheeseburger, and yes, I do.
Totally.
And actually, totally. I think what's the burger place over there?
Fat Burger.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Burger.
Oh my God. Yeah, we gotta go there one time when I'm in LA. I gotta hit you up.
Let me know when you're in town, man. I'll take you down to the ring. Swing your ass around a little bit.
Yeah, I'll get stuck up there. That'll be see, there you get the cameras, because that'll be a comedy show within itself.
Totally.
Oh my God! All right, Ursula. Let's give your website, your MySpace, and stuff like that. So if people want to follow your career before I let you go.
Sure. So my website is just my full name. It's very long. I can spell it. So it's Ursula Taherian. Ursula Taherian. TAHERIAN.com.
I love that name.
So UrsulaTaherian.com, yeah.
Taherian, that's like, what's your name? Taherian. That's all you just say. Forget about Ursula, Taherian. That's it. That's all you need
just
to say.
Just have a last name.
Yeah, Taherian, like Madonna, Taherian. It's a powerful name, though. Taherian.
Thanks.
I like it. What about a MySpace? You got a MySpace?
No, I don't MySpace. Sorry.
Okay, good. But then everybody can follow your career by going to your website and hooking up.
Yeah, go to my website.
Cool, and see what's going on with you, because you have some great stuff going. Our listeners, again, Middle Eastern Comedy Festival. It's MideastComedyFest.com. Check it out. You only have 2 more days. You have today and tomorrow, and then C'est La Vie. You're not going to be able to catch it till next year. So it's to get there, because you have some great talent over there. That I know, because if Ursula's there, watch out. You don't know what you're in for. And
I love you.
Yeah, and then check out 10:30 on Sundays. Reality Hell. See, I remembered that.
You totally remembered it.
And that's it for this edition, or this segment, or this show, this UCW radio show. Well, at least for this segment, not the whole show. And we're going to be back with some other interesting and exciting and wonderful guests like Ursula Taherian. She is the jam. And you know what? We want to have you back on, Ursula. I'm gonna bug you now. We're gonna have you back on.
It would be my pleasure. It would be my pleasure. I really enjoyed it. So thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.